And hello everyone, welcome back to another nim tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be taking a look at parsing configuration files. Now we'll be parsing this config or this conf.ini. This is a very basic example of how a conf.ini will look. You might have seen this if you played games on Windows and you might have had to edit a couple of ini files. But it's a very basic configuration file. Okay, let's get to ini file reading. So let's import std/parsecfg for ParseCfg. Then we can just say conf file is equal to conf.ini, which is in the same directory as our main.nim. Cool, so now we can just say var conf is equal to load config. And we just pass in the conf file. And let's just go let's go echo conf.get section value. And the first part we're just going to leave empty. This is the tag. And the second part we're going to say char set. So we're trying to get this right here. The reason the tag is empty is because this is called a tag. So these are the tags. Charset has no tag, so we don't need to pass in a tag for charset. Now when we run this, you see we get UTF-8, which is what is stored here. Then of course, if you would want to get the username, you can use the tag profile and fetch username. So profile and username. Now we'll get the username. Give me 34. And let's say we want to get the GPU tag here, so to use GPU. Then we can say system, because it falls under the system tag, and we can specify -- use GPU. And here, if you run this, we'll get on because -- use GPU is on. So that's how you can read from a config. Let's actually go to writing and creating our own configuration file. So let's go var new conf. And that is new config, and we can just say new conf dot set section key. Then here again, this would be the tag. Let's just leave that empty. Then this right here, that would be this. So it will be the item, which is char set. And then the value you want to put in there. So let's go UTF-8. Then here, let's create one with the tag of package. So again, here that's a tag. We say name is my conf. And let's create two more here. --rtx on version 3.10.1. And let's create one more that's under the tag of author with the name Steve's teacher. Now we can just echo out $new conf. Again, we use $ to convert something because there's a config. We want to convert it to a string, so we use $. And this will print this. So we have our UTF-8 char set here. Then we have our package tag with the 3 items we set. And then we have our author with the item we set here. Now let's say you want to modify an existing value here. Well, that would be simple. We can go here, let's update this name to config file. And this also works if you're reading a config file. So if you said load config here, you can also use this to update existing values. Now if we were to print this, you'll see it now says config file. You can also delete parts of this. So let's say you instead want to delete this right here. So then you can just say del section key. So now we can delete the name in package. So if we run this, you'll see name is no longer under package. So let's also import alongside this streams. This will allow us to read files in stream. So let's go var f is equal to new file stream. And yeah, let's just bring back that this variable right here. We pass in our conf file and we say fm read, which means we just want to read the file. Then we can assert if f is not equal to nil, otherwise cannot open, and we just append conf file. So let's do this. I want to actually see if we run this. There we go. So it did work. We just got a warning that this is not being used, but that's fine. Now if we were to change this to INIS, we'll now get an assertion that fails right here. Just so we can practice a little bit with the things we don't really use very often. So assert will basically crash the program for us, telling us, hey, we cannot open this file. Then we can go var p, which is of CFG parser, and we can open. I'm just going to give these better names. Let's just go file and parser. Then we can say open parser file conf file. And of course, at the end, we want to say close parser. And this is be var, not char. Cool. So I'm going to say while true. So we're creating an infinite loop here. Then we're going to go var e is equal to next p, which basically means go to the next line, and this should be parser. So we can actually go and make this line. So var line is equal to next line here. And we can say case line.kind of CFG EOF, which basically means end of file. So if we reach the end of the file, we want to break out of this while loop. We can also do a CFG section start. And we can simply go echo new section line.section. And in here we can say CFG key value pair new key value pair. We can go line.key line.value CFG option. Here you can go option, and we can again just do a key and value, and then finally CFG error, and we can then just echo out line.msg, which will return the error message. There we go. So we basically created a little file reader for our, and let's go file, for our parser. So the CFG parser here allows us to parse a file or a config file and then read that file later with file stream, where we can get each and every line until we can close it. So if we were to run this, and let's just resize this a little bit, we get new key value pair charset UTF-8. So this right here, that's a key value pair. New section profile. So this is their section. This is the tag. The tag is the section. Value pair username and gimme34. Value pair description. New section system. And then finally this here, this is an option because it has 2 dashes at the front. So this is considered an option and not a key value pair. So here it gives us that. So that is the basics of working with configuration files in Nim. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all again in the next Nim tutorial.